Hey y'all, it's getting dark out, so I'm trying to fight for light. I'm trying to fight for the light. But I wanted to make a quick video. Hopefully you guys can see me. Most importantly, hear me. It's just a random video. I'm not speaking about anything in particular in regards to the JW organization. Something that was very surprising, not very surprising, but came to my knowledge with Katt Williams being extremely viral right now. Did an interview with the Shay Shay Club with Shannon, I forget his last name, but Google Katt Williams and you will see interview in full where he speaks about, on one part, being brought up as a Jehovah's Witness and having to leave his house at 13 because he started to disagree with the teachings. Surprise, right? Surprising. Hats off to Katt Williams for being brave. I don't suggest that, minors who are starting to really realize that the truth is actually a lie. I don't suggest that they just up and leave, because that's a hard and cold world out there. But salute and hats off to Katt for making that stance and sticking to it and becoming successful, right? That's the best part. When you become successful and still spiritual, right? They would hope, and this is not to take away from the people that got so burned by this organization that they started questioning God. And it's a shame, because although they would say, no, it's because we did our research and then found out. No, I believe that for the most part, there's a distaste for any deity, because, you are going by the Bible and the JW version that God killed. You got to realize a lot of religious rhetoric is not based on what God actually felt or did, right? This is man's interpretation that, this happened, that had to be allowed by God. And they start putting things or incriminating or persecuting God, when God is like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Y'all had something to do with that, and you trying to put it on me, right? So I understand where your distaste for, deity comes from. But, I wish that people would become more spiritual people, and not just going by the first, however many books in the Bible where they said, kids were killed and this happened and God waged war against this. And, that was man basically waging war and doing things and certain things that happened because of, the earth that we live on, natural disasters, and they put it on God in those days, right? So don't become so desensitized, with God and thinking that, men's words or interpretation becomes what God actually did. A lot of it is not on God, So that's neither here or there, but salute to Katt Williams. I got from my last posting, my prediction post, where I think go back a post or two, where I was saying, the beard thing, men or brothers in the congregation allowed to wear beards now, was not the end of it. There's going to be more new light in the near future, one being disfellowshipping. And then you get the goofballs that said, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. This is not going to. I love when you get people that, there's a lot of things that you thought wasn't going to happen, right? You didn't know that COVID was going to happen, and you didn't know that the things that resulted from COVID happening was going to happen. Stop saying what you think is going to happen and not happen. I'm pretty sure Bible students, before they were called Jehovah's Witnesses, said a lot of things wouldn't happen. Right? Predicted a lot. Oh, that would never happen. I'm sure people in the 30s and 40s and 50s, even the 60s, 70s, and 80s wouldn't predict that certain things would happen in the organization. Stop being so closed-minded and really idiotic to think what may or may not happen. Certain things are forced to happen, goofy. Certain things are forced to happen by law. If the government says we're not going to allow this to happen anymore, it's not going to happen, right? If there are certain repercussions that people in the organization starts doing or not doing, they have to make adjustments. So stop saying what will or won't happen, right? You sound stupid, right? Respectfully. So please stop it. And I was privy to listen to a talk about the beards again. And what amazes me is how they tried to flip the script and make it seem like the rank and file did something wrong. Like, how did you not know that you can wear beards? We looked into this and we did, and and they never will admit that they were wrong, right? And that's something that Katt Williams said, and I've been saying all the while, is that these people are lying on God. Their God, right? Jehovah, they're whatever. It's one God, I believe in. But they're lying on God. They are saying that this comes from God, whatever it is, and then when they gain new light, they make God out to be a liar, and y'all can't see it. You cannot see it, right? I just overheard the rhetoric about, the reasons given as to why now they can wear beards, and you don't question it. You don't, you just, it's like that could have been left well enough alone. I don't think that there was a major gripe, although they said, I think it was Stephen Lett giving a talk that we got letters from people asking why can't they wear. I don't think that it was a big enough issue. They could have left that one alone. But again, as I said before, there's reasons. There's reasons, and they're going to make it really easy for you to live a double life, like higher education. Do you see the world that we live in as far as financially, economically? Do you see, like, people have to get roommates? You can't even live. I live on the East Coast most of the time. New York, New Jersey, I live on the to live comfortably, you gotta be bringing in 3 digits a year. I'm talking about the first few digits has to be 3 digits. You gotta be making $100,000 plus to live mediocre, right? To make ends meet. You gotta have at least $100,000 a year, living in an apartment that is no more than, if you can find it, $18 to $2,000 a month, right? That's basic living, right? Or you get 2 people or 3 people making $50,000 a year apiece, and you shack up together. So to tell people now that, higher education in pursuit of these, higher paying jobs and stuff, that's over. That's dead. You try to tell that to people now, not even just on the East Coast. I travel the country, and now it used to be like, New York or, the East Corridor, those are the really expensive places. And yes, it's probably still the most expensive places to live. But now there are other places that I'm going to. Forget about the West Coast. The West Coast is probably comparable, or that's a plastic bag. There's a plastic bag that was floating in the wind in the street, and I said, that is a really fast animal, right? Faster than a squirrel, dog, whatever. It was moving at, almost the speed of light. But it's a plastic bag being, tossed by the wind. But where was I? So the West Coast, comparable or even more than the East Coast at this point. Midwest, it's becoming, non-existent, where you can live for, pennies. That doesn't, I don't believe, exist anymore, unless you're like going into the mountains somewhere. Or you build your own log cabin somewhere. It's not happening, right? So there's life changes, society changes. So they have to change with it. They have to change the rhetoric, like with the beards and stuff. It's like, with these younger brothers in the congregation, they were doing it anyway. It's like, I'm not going to be clean shaven. I can grow a beard. I like the way it looks. My face is a little on the fat side. The beard helps it. Women, you know what I'm talking about. Beards have helped many of to be honest, chubby faces, and or people that really didn't like it. Hides acne, it hides scars. It's manly. It's like the remember the lumberjack man or whatever, with the flannel, the beard. Women love it. And there's a lot of brothers who are, or people that possibly may have become brothers, that are saying, not important enough to be clean shaven, and in this organization that I'm starting to dislike anyway, I think I'm gonna head on out, right? Or people getting disfellowship, not coming back, growing their beard, like the way it looked, like society, and not coming back. So they said, all right, let's let that go. So for people to be so confident in saying, oh, they're not going to do, society determines whether or not somebody is going to, what organizations do. Society determines what commercials or movies are going to be made, right? These people are not in control. They try to make like they're in control, but they're not. We're in control. The people, society, right? We say this is popular, then they make that popular. Black seed oil is popular. Now they got black seed oil gummies, echinacea gummies. We make what's popular, right? If they say, oh, now beet juice is the most popular remedy for this or that or whatever, and they already have it. Beet juice gummy, beet juice shampoo. They capitalize on everything, and the JW organization is no different. They capitalize off everything. Society determines what they will change or what new light comes about. Not them, right? Not them. So, yeah. I'll leave it there. Once again, salute to Katt Williams for being a brave one. Hope there's more brave ones out there. You can still serve God. You can still be a spiritual person. You can still be a religious person if you chose to be, but not in that organization. Not in that organization. And more people are going to realize it because they're going to have an open mind. They're going to get a taste of, the real life, and it's just gonna be funny. At this point, it is hilarious to even listen to these people. It's hilarious, So, yeah. With that, I'm signing off. Buy my new song. You will hopefully love it. I can't say you're gonna love it, but I love it. You can pay whatever you want for it. The link is in the description or wherever. It's somewhere in there. It's called Love Me or Not, right? And it's just a feel good song. When the producer came to me with this song, I said, oh my God, this just feels like sunshine. It feels so good, and it just puts you in a good mood. And yeah, after you buy it, let me know that you brought it, and let me know how you like it. I appreciate the love, and as always, just think, love.